Back with Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. It's Thursday night now, and we are here in Castrum Oriens before the Aetherite Crystal. Now last time we spent an inordinate amount of time going through this quest chain from Serpent Marshal Brookstone, which was a complete distraction from what we really wanted to do, which was to go continue with the main story quest, which actually involved us going all the way back to Limsa Lominsa, and I believe from there we were going to head east to Doma? Something like that. So let's say goodbye to Castrum Oriens and head out to Limsa Lominsa, the seaside city. Well, this is taking a long time. There we go. That was a long loading screen. So, where are we going from here? We're going to the Drowning Winch, aka the Adventurers Guild. And now that we're in town, we're exposing ourselves to all manner of strange things in the chat log. You know, I kind of wish you could move the camera side to side. You can tilt the camera up and down, which is really cool with control up arrow and down arrow. But I wish there was a way to offset the camera to the side like you can do in Elder Scrolls Online. I mean, I don't like having the character right in the center of the screen here. I wish I could put her over here somewhere. That's just my personal preference. Okay. Let's find this. Find Alphino. Alright, let's see if we can get our voice working tonight. Alright, Lise, what's up?
Velbrand was always Ishtola's domain. I haven't spent much time here, to be honest.
Alice.
I spoke with Urianja and Thancred along the way. To say they were surprised by our stratagem would be something of an understatement, but they did not dispute its logic.
I should hope not. Alright, Alphino.
Totoro should be here any moment with our ship's captain. So we're going by sea after all? Is Merwib lending us our pick of the Crimson Fleet?
Not exactly. You are right in as much as we will be traveling by sea. Regrettably, it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without impossibly large fuel reserves, to say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defenses. But then it is equally infeasible to sail an Eorzean Alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice.
Which leaves us with only one other option. Oh, speak of the devil. Tataru. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present to you Captain Carvalin of Kraken's Arms?
Yes, hello there.
The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates.
Eh? Greetings and salutations, scions. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed arrangement?
Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister her outburst. She has ever been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am the very soul of discretion, as many well-respected personages would attest, from the offices of the Admiral to the high houses of Ishgard. Bad camera angle. But where was I? Oh yes, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn do indeed still wish to employ your services. However, it is important that you are aware of certain extenuating circumstances.
Later, and intent on securing passage to the Far East, you came to us, knowing us to be the proud purveyors of said region's finest spices.
Which you steal from God-fearing merchants out on the high seas, says Alice.
Whatever privateering the Kraken's Arms may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our indefatigable keeper of the peace. More to the point, we are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause, and negligible profit.
Well, I, for one, think the captain has a point. The five seas can be extremely treacherous, and many a poor, unfortunate soul has to come to grief out there on the waves. Why, when we were in Ishgard, I heard the tragical tale of how the heir to the house Durandare vanished at sea. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor count remains convinced that his son still lives and would pay a sultan's ransom for news of his whereabouts. He 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 he.
Ho 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 ho. Oh ho 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 ho. Truly a tragedy for the ages, and a testament to the misfortunes that may befall us should we act without due consideration. But so long as you are prepared to abide the capricious whims of fate, I am willing to oblige you this once. That said, in light of the recent rebellion, I trust you understand that I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can take you only as far as Kugain in Hingashi. We will require time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for departure. I humbly suggest you do the same. Yes. Yes. Bye.
Well, Tataru there saved the day. The poor little boy had only seen 14 summers when he left Ishgard. Can you imagine what it must have felt like to finally be free to explore the world, unbeholden to all the stuffy traditions of the Holy See? Such a shame that he'd never returned home. Without him, the Count de Durandare must look elsewhere for a successor, and the good Lord Janequinard is one step closer to being the next in line. Well, aren't you just a fount of information about royal lines of succession there, Tataru? Alice. Blackmail, is it? This is a dangerous game the two of them are playing. What guarantee do we have that Carvalin won't just throw us overboard? Lise? I'm not sure what just happened. I could have sworn he was about to turn us away, but then he changed his mind? Keep up, Lise. Keep up, Lise. Toturu saved us. Alphino. Suddenly, all those hours Toturu passing... Suddenly, all those hours Toturu passed cavorting and capering at the Forgotten Night seem rather better spent, do they not? That said, I had intended to press the point more obliquely, and there was something disconcerting about the pleasure Toturu took in making Captain Carvellan squirm. What does that mean? Oh, a belt of amine. A belt of amine really doesn't do me any good, though. There's no visual component to the belt, is there? Well, I'll get it anyway. I don't think I can actually wear the belt. Doesn't really do anything for my outfit. No, yeah, you don't actually see the belt. All that did was probably drop me down a point. Yeah, it took away a point from me. Oh well. Alright. Alphino. Tales from the Far East. Alphino is thinking of ways you might pass the time. Oh, do I get my pants of aiming? No. Still have to wait for the pants of aiming. I say we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations while they are ready the vessel for departure. Tataru and I will procure the necessary supplies. Alice, I should be grateful if you would use the time to brief Urianger on recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of an emergency at sea. How very prudent of you. Very well, I shall go and speak with him. What of Tia and Lise? I would like the two of you to return to Revenant's Toll and speak with our Doman allies. I fear we know too little of their homeland, and any information they can provide would be most welcome. When we have completed our respective tasks, we will reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed? Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Tia. Okay. More teleporting. Back to Mordana and Revenant's Toll. The place that at one time was the endgame hangout spot for all the cool people. Ugh. I don't know why I keep trying to record after I eat. It's always a bad idea. Yeah, this place used to be wall-to-wall people at one time. This was where you hung out at the end game. People crowded around, standing on top of the walls, standing on the outcroppings and around the aetheryte crystal, all the way up the road and the stairs. It was a sight to behold. Now it's a deserted ghost town. Okay, Lise. Well, here we are. We'll need to talk to lots of people, so I think we should split up. I'll ask around at the House of Splendors. You take the Rising Stones. I'll meet you here after. Got it? I've got it. I do understand simple instructions. Okay, I guess I'll go inside. The, Rising Stones. What is that? Oh, that's the... I thought I was hearing it like a tick of a clock.
But it's actually the snare drum and the music. That was weird. I'm gonna talk to some random people just for the fun of it. Lorraine. I believe congratulations are in order, adventurer. Why, rumors that you purged the evil from Omnipore Keep are flying hither and yon. Though I had wished to hear their tidings first from Brother Adistan. Well, when next you meet, pray bid him come and see me. It has been nearly a year since we last broke bread and shared mead. Okay, that had nothing to do with anything. You know what I'm kind of looking for? I want to know what happened to, I'm going to go inside the Rising Stone. Which, I think I'm supposed to do this anyway. But I was going to come in here and see if I can find Minfilia's mother. Who has gone suspiciously missing since the beginning of this expansion. Alright, let's go out here. Dwar. Naught would bring me greater joy than to join you on your journey. However, Lady Yugiri made it clear that we were to remain here and safeguard the community we have built. Okay, so both of you guys are Easterners? Hosanna? What is it, my friend? You look as though you have something to ask. That you go to join Yugiri and Gosetsu in the fight fills me with such joy. Forgive my exuberance. You require information, yes? We of the Nage clan have served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors held positions within Doma Castle even. Now it is home to the Imperial Viceroy's witch and her host of men and Magitek. To think that what was once the shining symbol of our heritage and the seat of dear Lord Cain has become a den for Garlean dogs. Sounds terrible. Doma was all but wiped from the face of Othard. Othard. I guess that's the name of the planet. Only Doma Castle, seat of our lord and symbol of all that we were, was spared the wages of war. Yet for the blessing that is, the thought of that witch and her sycophants claiming it for their own fills me with unspeakable anger. Unspeakable. Ephemi, what happened to Minfilia's mother? Tataru's entrusted me with the remainder of her responsibilities in her absence. Should you require aught, pray, do not hesitate to ask. I think you said that before. Higiri. Hello. Greetings, Tia. What brings you to the toll this eve? What? You are for Doma? Heavens, the Scions have shown us naught but kindness. But never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. For 25 years we suffered under their tyranny, and then we spied an opportunity. The Emperor, dead. Garlemald in chaos. It seemed the time was ripe. Beneath our Lord's banners we gathered, and fought to reclaim our nation. But when Xenos arrived with the... Sorry. I just suddenly looked at my second monitor to make sure I was recording, because sometimes I occasionally forget to record, and I panic, and then I just confirmed that I am indeed recording. It would have really sucked to have to go all the way back and start over again. Where was I? But when Xenos arrived, it seemed the time was right. Beneath our Lord's banners we gathered, and fought to reclaim our nation. But when Xenos arrived with the 12th Legion, it was over in an instant. So the 12th Legion. That is the same Legion, if I was reading those Roman numerals correctly. The same Legion that weird guy with the band-aid on his face was from.
Pardon me while I drink some water. I'm quite parched this evening. Isildur. If Doma knows peace in our time, I should like to see it with my own eyes. Perhaps partake of those hot springs Homie tells me of as well. Homie. Hey, Homie. You are truly planning to travel to Doma? I do not know what to say. Forgive me, I shall aid you to the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land, nestled in the eastern coast of Arthard. Nestled on the eastern coast of Arthard. Wait, so Arthard is a continent? Eorzea is the planet, and Arthard is the continent, I guess. Along the banks of the One River, our nation thrived, proud and free, until the Garleans came 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and to fish. But travel was soon restricted, and now the river belongs to none. Well, most of that seemed like useless information. I'm gonna jump into the Solar for a second. To see if maybe, No, that was a quest about a trial, I think, which I haven't done yet. I'm really worried about Minfilia's mom. Where did she go? I think the bartender said at one time that she stepped outside, or that she was sent outside for tea or something. Where is she? She must be around here somewhere. Where do you get tea around here? Hold on, Lise. I gotta look for this. I gotta look for this woman. Where would she have gone? I don't quite remember her name either, except it starts with an F. Alright, I'm just looking around. Nope. Dead end. Ah, there she is! I knew I'd find her around here somewhere. Philhammon. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Hey, Philhammon. Revenant's toll has expanded so quickly. My, how the days do roll past, while our minds are focused on other things. Oh. She's quietly reflective. After the death of her daughter. You know, there's some things that I don't fully understand about Final Fantasy XIV. And one of those things is how a Mikote can be the mother of a human. And I also don't exactly understand how Pippin the Lalafell can be the son of Raubon. I mean, I don't want to be indelicate or anything, but it just kind of doesn't seem exactly... Wait, is this new? I don't remember ever being able to come up here before. That's pretty cool. I've never been up here before. Voodoo! Can I get... Nope, I'm gonna fall. Sorry, peeps. Okay, so I found... I've already forgotten her name. Fenego? Something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's confusing to me because I've never heard anybody mention anything about, like, adoption or anything. Which would be perfectly fine. That makes perfect sense. Or,
was she an orphan or something like that? But it just seems a little tiny bit biologically unusual. And now let's move on before I get in too much trouble. Lise, what's up?
Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? The older domans I spoke with tried to teach me all about Far Eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness.
Okay.
I'd like to think Eorzeans can be just as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially Ishgardians. But anyway, did you know they eat with sticks? It wasn't all that hard, actually, or at least that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with the younger domans, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was all a load of stupid old... Wow, what you learned sounds a lot more useful. Unless someone invites us for dinner, of course. I hope they do.
That was funny. Which one of these pants do I want? I guess I want the samurai pants. If I ever get a level 61 samurai, they'll come in handy. Level 61 quest, not without incident. Sorry, I'm just over here chugging water. Lise thinks it is time you return to Limsa Lominsa. Yay, there's my pants of aiming. That'll finish my outfit.
Right, no point in waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Limsa Lominsa. Alphanar said to meet at the ferry docks, I think.
Yes, he did. I'm not entirely sure what we learned from coming out here. This just seems like it was a little bit of busy work. Although I did get to talk to Finagle, Minfilia's mother. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more than that, but she was just wistfully sitting there. I hope she gets back to her bartending job, though. I'd hate to think they just, booted her out and sat her at some table like she's some, PTSD victim and hardly capable of moving on with her life. Alright, we gotta go way out to the Arcanist Guild. Arcanist Guild. Arcanist. And here we are. Kraken's Arms Deckhand. The Misery is the finest ship ever, Sailor Rotano, and I'll not hear any man say otherwise. Okay. Tataru.
A surfeit of sumptuous foods, wondrous sundries, plenty of clean undergarments. Yes, I do believe we have everything we need for a lengthy voyage.
You're coming with us, Tataru?
Lise, it's times like this I'm glad we've got Tataru taking care of business.
Alice.
An army marches on its stomach. Tataru took that lesson to heart.
Alphino.
You are returned, Tia. I trust you learned much from our Doman friends in Revenant's Toll.
Well, Elise learned that they use chopsticks over there. I'm not entirely sure what I learned, actually.
I am eager to hear all, though that can wait until we have left port. We will have time enough to talk on our journey to Kogane. Our spice trading friends have completed their preparations. Assuming you have completed yours, you may inform the deckhand that we are ready to depart.
Okay. Kraken's Arms deckhand. We are ready to depart. All set, lass. I'll see you to the ship, if so. Board the Misery? Yes. The ship is named Misery. That sounds delightful.
"12 be praised. Full sure was I that I had come too late."
Urianger! Tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look ye where the sun doth rise. See crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall. See azure lost amidst the squall.
This is no time for poetry.
Well,
What?
that sounds suitably foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
Of far eastern origin, aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient wisdom may serve to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
Eh.
A parting gift befitting your roundabout ways. Thank you.
That was
I
funny.
have more than words for you, my lady.
What? Oh, whew. It's a sword. Ba-dum-bum.
It's beautiful. Is it for me?
Though undeniably powerful, your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall serve you just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Aha.
Impressive. It feels as though it's attuned to my ether. I shall treasure it.
Honored guests, say your farewells, for the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
It would seem our ship is set to sail. Pray give my regards to Thancred and the others. And take care.
Bye. Tajaru waves by. Bye bye. So she's the red mage in the group, I presume. The classes of the characters are a bit ambiguous. Ooh. That was a weird, kind of an eerie send-off. Oh, a map. Oh, we're sailing around. Whoa. We're going to an island.
A fine day, is it not? Fair winds and following seas. The Misery is enjoying herself. Nevertheless, it would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
We're only now getting to our quarters. It's been like a night and a day. It looks like a stage. Oh, 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 oh. I'm so entertaining. And we're talking to each other. There's a light. Uh-oh.
No! Is it supposed to do that?
Not under normal circumstances.
We've hit an iceberg.
Captain! You're needed on deck! Something queer's afoot. The winds died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
Dragged? By what?
Can't rightly say, sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things that shouldn't be there.
Are they icebergs?
Oh, for the love of... If you will excuse me a moment. Actually, might I persuade you to join me? Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
I'll bring my 6 shooters.
Oh, okay, cool. We're on a ship. We're on a ship in the water. We're stranded. Sorry, I have to look all around the ship before I do anything else. What happens if I fall off the ship? Do I die? Can I jump down there? Probably not. Final Fantasy doesn't really let you go places that it doesn't want you to go. Dun, dun, dun. I'm flying! Wait, I gotta do an emote. Can I do an emote? Wait, I have to do it. Oh, I wish I had a Praise the Sun emote. I'm flying. Wait, what is that? I've never seen that emote before. That was funny. Okay, that was pointless. That was a pointless waste of time. But it was very entertaining for me. The gangplank. What is that? What are you cowering there for? There's nothing happening out here. There's not even any music. It's dead quiet. Kraken's arms deckhand. This ain't right. This ain't right at all. It does seem very weird. There's Mr. How did he get a... That's gotta be like an Atma samurai sword. How do these people do this already? I don't get it. Odd. Most odd. Whoa. Well, do you have any idea what's going on? No, as the man said, despite the absence of wind and current, the misery is somehow being pulled off course. Well, why not fire up the Cerillium engines you have hidden below? Cerillium, I should say. An excellent suggestion based on knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engines appear to be malfunctioning for reasons that escape my engineers at present. I'm telling you, Captain, it's them things the lad saw. Huh? Things? I don't suppose I could convince you to attempt something more descriptive. An adjective, for example. Sea-wolf superstitions are fairy tales, not more, but if you must know, the things which he is so reticent to name are the souls of deceased women said to lure sailors to their deaths. Oh, I think I know where we're heading here. Preposterous. Yes, indeed. If it is neither the sea nor the weather which is responsible, then it is probably a predatory entity of some sort, perhaps a siren of some such.
What? I can't tell if you're agreeing or disagreeing there, Alice. For all we know, it could be a fellow spice trader employing magics to seize and plunder passing vessels. Regardless, we have but one recourse, to let the current take us where it will and deal with whatever we find there. What a thoroughly pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I am beginning to like you, girl. That's disturbing. I assure you the feeling is not mutual. Once we arrive at our destination, be it a vessel or an island or something else, Lise and I will remain with the ship to defend it in case of attack. Tia, I believe you would be the ideal choice to venture forth and deal with the cause of our troubles. Yes. Sorry about my dog. Then it is settled. I know not what awaits us, but it will rue the day it reeled us in. Yeah! That was Lise. Oh, the Siren Song Sea is now accessible. I believe this is an instance that I have heard discussed. Use the duty finder to enter the Siren Song Sea. So, what kind of an instance is this? Is this a trial or a dungeon? I bet it's a trial. No, it's a dungeon. The Siren Song Sea is a dungeon. How interesting. With the aid of Captain Carvalen and his misery, you and your companions have embarked on a lengthy voyage to the Far East. Alas, no voyage across the 5 seas is entirely uneventful. The ship has been dragged off course by a mysterious force, and the men have begun to whisper of strange things in the water. Needless to say, you and your fellow adventurers will be having none of that. Once the ship reaches its unknown destination, you will go ashore and deal with whatever fiends you find. Okay, so I guess we'll be going ashore. Okay, interesting. So I guess I will stop this video and see, what time is it? Do I have enough energy to do a dungeon tonight? That is the question. Always the question. I don't know, we'll see. But I will definitely be stopping this video here. Carvalen. The fiery one, Alice, was it? 'Tis a pity she holds our profession in such disdain. She would make an excellent pirate. Ha! Kraken's arms, Dex hands. I'm not saying that I believe beyond a shadow of doubt that vengeful spirits are plotting our demise at this very moment. I'm just saying we cannot discount the possibility. Well, his logic is impeccable. Alphino? What? Why are you looking at me like that? I am calm and collected as ever. Carry on. Alphino was terrified of ghost stories as a child. I'm glad to see that some things never change. Lise. I'll make sure Tataru stays below deck until we know it's safe. Good deal. Alright then, well I guess I will stop here and see what I can do about this dungeon. See you later.